Hi, what's up, everyone? This is Dino from highschool.my. So we all know that New Zealand has always been a very famous country for studying abroad. So today we have Louis here, who used to study in New Zealand, to share about his experience. Let's get started. Hello, Louis.
Hey guys, what's up? And salam sejahtera to everyone. My name's Louis, and it's my pleasure to be here to share with you about my time in New Zealand, specifically with a focus on kind of like my life after studying. So just a little about me. I was born and raised in the capital city of Sarawak, that's Kuching. And I've been here just a touch above 7.5 years, most of it living, studying, working here in Christchurch.
Why do you choose New Zealand out of the Western country? Like, why not UK, US, or even Australia?
Okay, good question.
Good question.
Right. Growing up, my dad, he studied in the United States. So he's always inspired me to kind of go overseas to study. And so I never took my eyes off that ball. Throughout high school, I actually did A-level and I always kept my options open. So I actually applied for New Zealand, Australia, the UK, the US, just to name a few. But what made me really decide on New Zealand, not only because of the world-class education, because I mean, obviously, when you apply, you want to apply for the best you can get into, right? I was really attracted to kind of like the appeal and challenge of a new chapter of my life. Like I was young and I was like full of life, and the temptation of a kind of like a fresh new beginning, a fresh new start in a foreign country for the next stage of my life was exactly what I wanted. There's a whole new culture to explore, new friends to be made. And I think also, like just like how it's a world-class education, I think New Zealand passes a lot of the vibe check for safety, peacefulness, harmony, things like that.
I see. So how would you describe the New Zealand lifestyle?
So like me, I'm from Malaysia, so I'm a Malaysian.
Yeah.
You call people from New Zealand Kiwis, like the fruit.
Kiwi,
yeah. It's actually the bird, but most people don't know the bird, so I say it's the fruit. Personally, I find the community and family, they're like the biggest deal here in New Zealand. It's all about your community and your family, right? And then with those two kind of virtues built into every Kiwi, everyone you meet here is super respectful and friendly. And because of that, you get this really safe and wholesome community here, no matter where you are. No one here is trying to compete for like, oh, I've got the latest iPhone, or I got a bigger house than you, like it's not like that. Instead, Kiwis are always looking out for each other, and they'll always have your back. And I also think that New Zealand is a great place to pick up a lot of new hobbies. You always have the opportunity to do new hobbies, but here is really different. And I think the big part here is there's not a lot of financial cost to do a lot of new hobbies. For example, myself, in the time that I have been here, which is more than 7 years, I've learned how to skate. So on a skateboard, I learned how to ski, I learned how to snowboard. And my most recent achievement in terms of hobby is I mastered how to ride a sport bike. Heck, I have an obsession now with it, and I have 2 in my garage. And my other friend, she's on her way to obtaining a license to learn how to fly. Not as a job, as a hobby. She's gonna get a license to be able to fly. It's just so accessible, and there's just so many things you can do, and most of it are also accessible. And it's just so much things to explore. And I think finally, the other thing about the Kiwi lifestyle is that they're very proud of their secondhand market. Basically, one man's trash is another person's treasure. And then through this platform of like Facebook Market, or we have kind of like our eBay is called Trade Me. But through these platforms, you can purchase a lot of goods like fashion, technology, automobiles, books, anything, They're really big on second-hand market stuff.
I see. Just now you have mentioned about because of the less comparative lifestyle in New Zealand. So how is the average salary as an international fresh grad?
You mean like once you graduate from your tertiary, like once you get your degree and start working? Yeah. I'd say it definitely would depend on your qualification and the graduate role that you get. But from knowing my friends and myself, I estimate this to be about just shy of 70,000 New Zealand dollars. So that's roughly just under $200,000 Malaysian ringgit a year.
Wow.
I guess it also comes down to the type of companies you get into. I guess I would classify them as kind of big companies and small ones. And a lot of the companies, especially the big ones, they always have internship opportunity.
I see.
I mean, if the students, listening to this, highly recommend that you take up any internship you can during like a summer break to study here. But going back, big companies, they often have a robust graduate program where if you're a graduate and you get a role in that company, you are definitely well taken care of. Like you don't have job insecurity. You don't have to worry. You're kind of like set.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the flip side of that are smaller companies. So these are like kind of like a really good place for like graduates with enough experience, like to know what specific field they want to do. They can have a holistic view of the entire project that they're doing. And then you're thoroughly involved in every step of the project. You'll have like hands-on experience. And then that way you grow way faster in your desired field. And obviously the faster you develop and excel, the more money you earn, right?
I see. So because you have studied, so let's talk about the work. So since post-study work visa is available now, so what is your opinion on like permanently working in New Zealand? Is it very easy to get a job?
Let's see. I think when you graduate, like you mentioned, the post-study work visa, it lasts for 3 years. And I think even after you graduate, you can still dip your toes in different sectors of the job. What you're able to do in 3 years is you can try a lot of different things, different sector in the job, different companies, different cities. Like you can I'm sick and tired of Christchurch, man, I want to move up to Wellington. Like you got 3 years, it's unbounded. Or if you're like me and you're filled with like wanderlust, you can just take months off before you start working and just go travel. And then while you travel, you can also work and indulge in the community part-time. The working culture is really fantastic. If I had to compare it to working back home, I think it's definitely more chill. I mean, I think every job, there are like stress points where you get busy, but I think what I think of chill is like during work, I can just hit the gym. I can go jogging midway through work and then come back and shower and then continue working. I don't have to come in every weekend to grind. When you can't be there, if you fall sick, there's someone always there to cover you. And the other thing is a lot of companies will always push you and sponsor graduates to develop professionally and personally. And what I mean by that is they'll send you to seminars, or you can just even tell them, hey, there's this seminar I want to attend. They'll just sign you off on it. They'll sponsor you to do whatever you want. Like, it's really great, I think.
I see. Once again, thank you, Louis, for the sharing for today. And it is so fun listening to your experience. So good boys and good girls, I have a good news for you. The Star Education Fair will be held on 27 and 28 of August at Sunway Convention Centre. So on both days, they have about 6 representatives from New Zealand University stand by there and to answer all of your questions. So ladies and gentlemen, if you are planning to study abroad in New Zealand, please do not hesitate to join the Star Education Fair at Sunway Convention Centre. See you there!